Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be about my hospital bag going into the hospital for giving birth to my second baby. So for the first baby, I literally didn't even bring like a hospital bag. So this is really curated. Like, I have learned what is necessary and what is not. And I have narrowed it down to these two bags. It's funny because most people online, I noticed, they go way too much the first time and they bring way too much stuff, and then they kind of narrow it down the second time. But me, it's the opposite. I didn't bring nearly enough the first time. And so this time I'm actually very prepared with what I think is necessary to have in your hospital bag. I think the first time with baby number one, I literally just packed like a change of clothes and toiletries. That was it. I didn't pack anything else. So now I'm like, I feel good because I'm like fully prepared and ready and that I'll be comfortable. I mean, the hospital is like 5 minutes away from us. So if anything, we can just always come back to get something, but it's just nice to have the peace of mind knowing that like I'm ready. And if you guys want the same feeling of that preparedness and readiness, well, you have arrived at the right video. I will tell you exactly what things are necessary, at least for me. So I'm going to break this down into two parts. One part being, this is the bag for baby more so, and this is the bag for more so me. So I'm going to be doing the diaper bag first and then the hospital bag after. So kind of like in two parts. So for my diaper bag, my parents were so kind enough for Christmas that they gave me the Lululemon parent bag, which is a nice way of saying the diaper bag. And I am literally obsessed with this bag. I could do a whole review on it. I'll probably do it once the baby's born just to show the practicality of this bag. But just for this video, I'm going to be just showing what I packed for the labor. So we got this massive pocket here and we got this little pocket here. What I decided to pack in the little pocket was just things that I don't think I'll need, but just in case. So here we have wipes. With the first baby, I never got one of these OXO wipe things, but this time I actually got it because I feel like they're really handy to have, and like you just click here and then there's a wipe right there and you just close it and it's easy. With baby number one, I brought like the huge stack of wipes and it like weighed down the bag and you'd have to like open it and like tear off the thing and like try and piece one out. This one's just like super easy, on the go. I also got the Mother's Promise nipple butter. I realized after I got this, it's the nipple balm that I need, not the nipple butter, but I'm gonna give it a go, and if it's not great, I'll just get the balm. But I also have these silver nipple covers, and this is something that I had no idea about for baby number one, like literally no idea. And these are lifesavers because when you're breastfeeding, like your nipples can get like really cracked and sore. And so what I would do for baby number one was I would put the nipple balm cream on my nipples, and then I would put these as like a seal, and then like the bra over top to hold the seal together. When I took this silver nipple cover off, it was like I had like brand new nipples. It was like soft and moisturized, and like it made a huge difference. So I probably won't be needing these, you know, day one at the hospital, but like I said, just in case. Same with like soothers. These are like my favorite soothers for newborn. So I just packed a couple of those in case I need it. And then another thing I probably won't be needing, but I'm just gonna bring just in case, is nipple pads. But because usually, you know, you're just producing colostrum most likely the first day of giving birth, I probably won't be needing these, but like I said, just in case. This is basically for like if your boobs are leaking and the baby's not drinking, but you don't want to make a whole mess of your shirt, you just kind of like put these in your bra and it soaks up the milk. And lastly, for this front cover, I put a little mini diaper cream. Again, don't think I'll be needing it, but just in case. So that there is the front pocket. And it zips really nice. There we go. And now for the main compartment. So it opens like this. Oh, and by the way, I'm wearing one of my favorite necklaces of the moment right now. This is a necklace by LINJER, and they were so kind enough to give me a diamond pendant. And you're probably wondering what the M stands for. And I'm not gonna tell you baby's name just yet. I won't announce it, but I guess you know now what the first letter of her name will be. Also, I am wearing the black Skims catsuit, which is like the only thing that's comfortable right now that looks decent enough instead of a massive t-shirt. Okay, now back to the baby bag. So I'm hoping to get a really cute picture of the baby in this outfit. It has such a warm, cozy hood because here in Canada it is really cold. This is actually for 3 months old, so it'll be probably really big on her. I'm just thinking of like maybe rolling the sleeves. I also got this really soft swaddle because normally like swaddles, especially at the hospital, they're made of cloth and they're really thick and rough. I wanted something more like a stretchy consistency so that you can like really wrap the baby in a nice tight swaddle. This one is from Copper Pearl, which is actually one of my favorite brands in terms of bibs. Like they have the best, most absorbent bibs. And so I wanted to try their swaddle, and I'm so pleasantly surprised at this swaddle. It is so soft and I love the pattern. And honestly, there's like 100 different patterns that you can choose from. This one I got off of just Amazon. I will link it below. But yeah, super stretchy. The baby's gonna be really nice and comfy in here. And I also got the matching hat. Oh my gosh, so cute. Can't wait to meet her. Also, that goes really well with this is the pacifier that I got from Etsy. It goes literally like perfectly with it. But I won't show you the middle part just yet because it has her name on it. But like I said, you know it starts with an M. So I got this off of Etsy, and like you can customize like the colors and everything what you want. You unclip it and then you can like attach it to a blanket or her shirt or whatnot, and then it just like hangs like that. And then you put the pacifier at the end here. Okay, so this is how the bag looks inside. I'll show you, I guess, the back compartment first. These are a couple other swaddles that I brought just in case that I need it, and they can also be used as like a second layer or a blanket. And this is the same kind of material that when your baby is born, they use this kind of material to swaddle the baby, which it doesn't have any stretch, which is fine. It's still really warm and it contains the baby in a nice tight little swaddle, but the stretchiness and the softness of the swaddle, I can't wait to use. But that's good as like another layer for warmth. And then I brought a bunch of newborn diapers. These are so tiny. Like, look how tiny that diaper is. I can't believe it. I also brought my favorite sound machine, Skip Hop Owl. And so you just press here and it plays music. You can go next. This one's the best one, obviously, the white noise. And it has like a bunch of things to choose from. And then the volume, and then you can put a timer. Because when my first baby was born, we spent actually 2 nights at the hospital, and I ended up just using my phone and playing a YouTube. It was like a 12-hour YouTube video for white noise, and that was the only thing that I had at the time, and it like super drained my battery, which is, it's fine, like I made do, but it's really good for you to bring a sound machine just because the baby was just born and this is the kind of sound that they're used to. So like the sound of silence is probably very unsettling for a baby. So I would highly recommend to bring a sound machine. Okay, and now on the sides here, I got this burp cloth, which I probably won't be needing because actually the size of a baby's belly when you give birth to them is literally the size of a cherry. So they're not gonna be like drinking a whole bunch of milk. It will literally be the size of a cherry of how much milk that they drink. So I just brought a few cloths and burp cloth just in case. I put her going out outfit in here. There's a cute little hat with a pom-pom with socks and a cute headband. Pom-pom sock to go with the hat. These mittens for her hands so she doesn't scratch her face. Yes, I'm slightly overpacking. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather have too much than too little. One of the tips that I've seen across the internet that really vibed with me was that don't try and be like this minimalistic, like, oh, I packed so efficiently type of person. Like, don't be like, oh, I only just brought my purse or a duffel bag. Don't be that kind of person. Bringing more is better than bringing less. Like, just bring everything. Like, you can do a couple trips to the car, it doesn't matter. Just bring it. If you think you might need it, just bring it. Okay, last but not least for the baby diaper bag is some outfit changes. So I couldn't decide between these, so I just brought them all. They are all so adorable, and I literally can't pick which one I want her to wear more. So I got this one, the hearts for Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is in like a week and a half from now. So she's kind of like a Valentine's Day baby. This one's super cute with the cherries. This one is super, super soft, ridiculously soft. And it's so cute with the bears. And then we got this one too, which is like a super warm fleece. Because I don't know how cold or warm the hospital room is gonna be. So I brought some cotton and some fleece as well. So cute. I really like using these compression bags, just in general for packing things. And it even comes with like a handle. Because you can like stuff so much in here, close it, and then you can even like expand it. And so you have a lot of stuff and it's like that big. Once it's in here, you can tighten it and make it much smaller, much more compact. So I would recommend the Thule compression bags. If you want to make more room in your bag and have things more organized, these come in a set on Amazon, I believe. So yeah, another great find. Okay, welcome back. My battery died and I went out for lunch and I came back and I had Tim's and got myself situated. So we are back now. It was at kind of a good point though, because that was the diaper bag for the baby. Everything to do with baby for at the hospital. And now I'm going through what I'm bringing for baby mama. So this is a Samsonite luggage case. This is the size medium. It comes in like a 3-pack, small, medium, large. So I'm just bringing with me the medium sized. All right, let's get into it. Now I have some labor stuff that I need for when I'm going into labor. And then I have some stuff like postpartum that I want to bring with me to the hospital. So that's everything that's in here. Let's start going through it. Again, with the Thule compact luggage set. I love it. So in here, we have all my breast pump stuff from what I used with my firstborn. I even brought the Haka just in case, or even the Ladybug Haka, which I actually really like. And that one just like suctions and stays while you're doing the other one. Also, I've brought a Piri bottle that the hospital gives you, which is this, which I actually didn't mind. Like, it's very easy to just fill it up with water, close it, and then spray it like this under yourself after you go to the bathroom, because they say don't use like the tissue and stuff, and like especially don't rub, because everything is just very raw down there and you don't want to aggravate the skin any more than you have to. This is kind of like the Freedom Mom signature Piri bottle. You put it in the sink, fill it up with water, close it, and then when you flip it around, it just like, it starts going, and to put more pressure, you just squeeze. And then the water comes out, and this one's more of a directional one. This one you'd have to aim like where you want to go. Both are good. I actually preferred the hospital one, but I'm bringing both just in case. Sometimes like I just have them filled with water on the sink so that they're both ready to go. And then it's just really like the rest of my breast pump stuff, which is not very interesting. And then, ooh, also, this was one thing that I actually had to buy at the hospital because I didn't have it during my first labor. And this is the Medela nipple shields. and they always tell people to like, oh, if the baby's not latching, okay, maybe try a nipple shield. These are so annoying. I hated these. So you have to like put some milk or even some formula inside the nipple, and then you have to like put it on your nipple, which doesn't really fit too well. And there's basically like 4 holes at the tip there, and then that's for like the baby to like practice latching on so that you don't like ruin your nipples. But honestly, like trying to balance this and have baby and like the whole ordeal, it took me about like 1 to 2 weeks to really get in the flow of breastfeeding. And once me and my firstborn got into the flow, then it was like, forget nipple shields. I hate them. I was so glad I'd gotten rid of the nipple shields, but it did help initially. So bringing that, so that's all like breastfeeding stuff basically. This is the breastfeeding bag. And then this is basically my bag full of clothes. Another Thule compression bag that it's so jam-packed that you can't even compress because there's a lot in here. This is basically like my change of clothes and stuff. A must-have is adult underwear diapers. Also some slippers. These ones are just like super comfortable and I don't care if they get ruined. They're like hotel slippers. And then cozy socks. Nothing too tight, easy to put on. I brought a couple nursing bras. And nursing bras is basically a bra, but the reason why they call it nursing is you can usually unlatch one side of it like that, so that when you're wearing it, one side just goes down and then you can put it back up when you're done, like that. Okay, I think that's better. I just closed the curtain because it's like direct contact with the sun. Change of clothes for mama. So I brought a sweater, a white t-shirt, a spare t-shirt, Lululemon leggings, and I also brought a robe just in case it's cold and like I can't take off the hospital gown. I can just put my own robe over top, because I think that's what happened to me last time, is that I was gonna change into normal clothes and they were like, no, you have to keep on your gown. Oh, and I have another nursing bra here. So this one's a little bit different. So it doesn't unclip down, but like you can really open it up like that. I really hope that breastfeeding goes well. I was new to breastfeeding the first time, and so was my firstborn. But now, you know, it's second time around for me, even though it's this baby's first. I hope we can get it going faster and easier than the first, but every baby is different, and some babies don't latch and some babies get a tongue tie. So there's multiple things that could go right or wrong. So just fingers crossed. Ooh, another good one. My brother got me this sleep mask, which is really helpful in times like these, where when you're at the hospital and you try and sleep, it's sometimes really difficult to sleep there because there's literally people going in and out of your room constantly, like testing the baby and seeing if you're okay and checkups, and there's just a lot happening. So if I can just tune out and just completely, you know, not be distracted by anything, that is a win. Also, don't forget to bring all your paperwork. I just bought a cute pocket folder for all of this baby's documents and everything. So I have like all the ultrasounds I've ever done over here, all the paperwork and the blood work and everything just on this side. And they give you a lot of paperwork when you get there, because you have to like sign your baby up for like a SIN card number, and then you get the birth certificate and you get all this paperwork, and then they give you pamphlets for like how to breastfeed and read this brochure and read that brochure. So it's really good to have a folder so you can have a set place for all those things. I even set up a birth plan page here that I created, just so that like if I'm just like going mental and like I can't even think straight, I'll just be like, just look at my birth plan, just look at my birth plan. So number 1 on my birth plan is no C-section, only vaginal birth. My firstborn was vaginal birth as well, so most likely this one will be as well. Contractions at home until it gets less bearable. Before the epidural, walk and switch positions often. During epidural, try to switch positions every 30 minutes or so. This was my problem with my firstborn, was that when they gave me the epidural at like 6 p.m. I literally didn't move from the hospital bed until 6 a.m. the next morning. Like, it was literally 12 hours of me in the same position, which I was completely ignorant about. The nurses never told me anything, and I was just in the same position where you're supposed to be like, you know, moving around. Even if you're on epidural, you can put your leg on a peanut ball, you can just scooch, or even just put towels under your bum. Anything to get like movement, because baby is gonna have a tough time trying to get through that passageway on its own. Like, you kind of have to like wiggle the baby out to an extent, and I was like not moving at all. I'm probably gonna do the epidural around 6 to 8 centimeters dilated, and then when I get into the pushing phase, I want to dial down the epidural so that I'm able to feel myself pushing, because with the first baby I didn't even feel anything, so I didn't even know if I was pushing correctly or not, and turns out I was not pushing properly. So anyways, I could do a whole video on that as well. Also, I think I'm gonna ask to use the mirror this time giving birth. I don't know if it will scare me or it will motivate me. I think it will motivate me, like the second time around. I think I want to see. We'll see how it goes, but mirror can be scary. And then lastly, delayed cord cutting. So once it stops pulsing and turns more white, that's when I want daddy to cut the cord. And then immediately skin to skin to mommy, immediately after baby comes out. A lot of these are very standard, my doctor told me. I just kind of wanted to write it down and just have it like as an official note, just so that they know. Because when you're in there and you're laboring, especially when the doctors are coming to check on you, when you're in late stages of labor, you're not thinking properly, and it's hard to communicate what your birth plan even is. So it's good just to have it set and ready. And even the fact of writing down your birth plan, I feel like it's really important, because then you're really sure of what you want and you see it on a paper, and it's different when you write it down as opposed to like thinking in your head or when you're telling somebody. So I would strongly advise you to bring your birth plan along with you. Okay, next is the last section. This is a lot. I hope you guys are finding this helpful, because like I said, my first birth, I literally brought a change of clothes and my phone, and that was it. So you don't have to bring all this stuff, it just helps. I don't want to like overwhelm you. Okay, so first things first, I got a hairbrush. So important. Brush your hair. And my toiletry bag. I won't go into everything in my toiletry bag because I don't want to bore you, but I'll just go over like basics. Like, I have like toothbrush, toothpaste, hair clips, and whatnot. I have a scrunchie that's just like easy to put up my hair. I put in my Fenty face wash and my eraser just so I can take it off my face really easily. Always sunscreen, even though you're in the hospital, make sure to always wear your sunscreen. I have makeup remover pads. Usually my face wash takes off my makeup easily, but this is super easy, and easy is what we need giving birth. And then I have my BANISH products. So I have my vitamin C cream, which I love using this for moisturizer. And then I have the Instant Lift Brightening Eye Cream by BANISH. This has been my favorite eye cream lately. So love that duo by BANISH. And then I just have the Laneige Sleep Mask. I usually just like honestly use Vaseline these days, but I mean a Vaseline thing is like this big, and that would take up my entire toiletry bag. And last but not least, even though you gave birth, you still gotta take your vitamins and your prenatals. And I don't know if people know this, but even though they're prenatal vitamins, you still need to take those vitamins postpartum. Especially when you're breastfeeding, you need those same nutrients that you took during pregnancy postpartum in order to have, I guess, nutrient dense breast milk. So this is like my morning, afternoon, and evening pills. All right, that's for my toiletry bag. And then I brought my makeup bag, which just has all my makeup in it. I mean, you guys have seen me do my makeup tons of times, so check out my vlogs if you want to see my routine. Ooh, another really great thing that I'm excited to bring is my TOZO Noise Cancellation headphones. These are super great if I just want to like tune out everything and use the noise cancellation and just really get into a vibe myself, especially like with the sleep mask. With the sleep mask on and these in my ears, like I am tuned out. Also, bring a giant water bottle with you, and also something I didn't have yet, but I'm literally gonna bring like jugs of water, because I remember postpartum I had to ask the nurse like 5 times a day. Like I would actually have to like beep for her just for water, like just for water, and then they bring you like a little cup like this big. So honestly, make sure you bring your own water in your own water bottle. This one I really like because it has a grip on the bottom, so when I put it on the table it just sits like that. I hate those ones where you're like, and it's making all that, you know, like that stainless steel sound. That's just me. I like having the grip. Also, don't forget your charger, you know, for your camera. Oh, another thing, bring your camera. But besides that, bring the charger for the camera and bring the charger for your phone. And don't forget to bring your phone as well. Another thing for labor that I'm using this time is a heat pad. So I got this one off Amazon, and I can just put it on my lower back like that and make sure it's nice and heated. I think this would feel really soothing because your back muscles start really hurting, especially if you go into back labor, if you have a sunny side up baby. And speaking of which, I also got a TENS machine this time, which I have never used before, but I heard lots of recommendations. It's basically a machine that kind of like, in a way, electrocutes you, but like in a soft way. It's a very strange feeling, but it's kind of just, it kind of just like pulls on your muscles like that, and then it kind of relaxes you. And not only it relaxes you, but it takes your mind off of the contractions and it makes you think about this instead. It's kind of like that comb. Like a lot of people use a comb, and like the comb really hurts your hand, so you think about the pain in your hand instead of the pain that comes from your uterus. Because the thing with labor and contractions, the number one thing, like the biggest thing that I can tell you is that you can't fight the contractions. You have to like embrace them. If you fight them and like you're fearing it and you're like wincing and you're tensing, it's just gonna take that much longer for the labor. You're gonna be in it for longer, you're gonna have worse contractions, and it's all a mindset thing as well. So if you can just embrace it and think positive and not think about that pain, think about something else, anything to distract you. Even I heard like ice cubes in your hand so that you don't think about it. That helps as well, just so that the contractions are contracting to their best ability. Another thing I'm doing differently this time is perineum massages. I mean, I tried perineum massages for my firstborn before going into labor, but like I don't think I was doing it right, because I was like, oh, that hurts, and like I wouldn't, it was so uncomfortable that I was just like, I would just do it a bit and I wouldn't, you know, go the full way. This time I actually had like pelvic floor appointments where a professional would actually give me a perineum massage, so I actually felt what it's supposed to feel, and honestly it does hurt. There's this girl on TikTok and she had just came back from a pelvic floor therapist session for a perineum massage, and she was like, that's it, book me for a C-section, I'm not doing this, because of how painful the perineum massage could be. Because any way to minimize tearing, I am all about. That's why I brought the coconut oil, because I hear that you can even ask the nurses before you're in the pushing phase to give you a really quick perineum massage. And I feel like that would be very helpful during the, like, closer to the pushing stage, just to kind of like loosen up and even like kind of grease it up down there to let the baby just slide right through. Another thing that you really can't forget is your wallet, obviously, but most importantly is your health card. Do not forget your health card. You have to remember your health card, at least if you're a Canadian. Okay, last but not least, definitely bring some snacks with you, because all they have there is like vending machines with like chips or chocolate bars or whatnot. So I brought some granola bars with me this time just to munch on. I mean, usually in labor they don't allow you to eat unless you've got like a ways to go, but even like postpartum, when you're in the hospital and like there's not a meal yet for them to give to you, you need to munch on something after giving birth, because with my experience, I crashed after I gave birth. I just like slept like right away, and then when I woke up, when I went to the bathroom, like I nearly fainted because I hadn't eaten anything and I didn't even think to eat. One thing that you can have during labor is juice. So this time I brought 4 juice boxes. This is just from Costco. This was actually my daughter's, but it's way too high in sugar anyway. So just get some energy boost in me while I'm dilating, while I'm pushing, whatever, because they won't let you eat. So, but you can drink. Because for my first birth, I literally asked for some juice or anything, like something that would energize me, and they literally said, sorry, we don't have any juice left. We're all out. I was like, okay, I guess I'll have some water. Okay, also what's not in my bag, but I'm also bringing is a bigger blanket for baby, as well as a pillow. Now, I would strongly suggest bringing at least 1, even 2 pillows with you. Number 1 is for your partner, because we had like a bench. It wasn't even a bed, like for my husband. It was a bench and there was no pillow. So for the first night, he slept on like pretty much a bench. And I think he used like his jacket for a pillow. So this time we are more prepared. He can have a pillow and sleep better this time. And there's just a few other things that I don't have packed yet that I want to mention. You can bring your birth ball, or if you have a peanut ball. And also don't forget to pack a outfit change for your partner as well, especially if you're gonna be there for like 2 days. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's everything that I'm bringing with me to the hospital this time for baby number 2. I hope you guys found this really helpful. I feel like I wish I watched this video that I just made before delivering my firstborn, but that's life, right? We get to experience things, learn from them, and share with whoever needs the information. So I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.